very, very specific. They should also have a time attached to it. And they need to have a sense of achievableness. And obviously truth. When you're dealing with goals, if I say I want to lose weight, and that's today, and you come see me a month later, and you say, how did you lose weight? And you lost weight, and I say, yes, I did. Can any one of you tell whether or not I lost weight? Just on that basis. Today I say I want to lose weight, you see me a month, and you ask me, did you lose weight? And I say, yes.
Depends on that. Apart from physical.
Yeah, but if we really think about it, can you really tell if I've lost any weight? No. So, but if I said today, I want to lose 5 kilos, and you saw me in a week's time, would you be able to see if I lost 5 kilos?
Be difficult. No.
Why not?
Well, there's no way of me being able to tell that you've actually put in place of what you're going to achieve.
Yeah. Basically, if I said I lost 5 kilos, there's no way you can tell whether I've lost 5 kilos because you don't know what my starting weight was. And so if I say I want to lose 5 kilos, I could say, yeah, I lost 5 kilos. But if I said, and now with time attached, I want to lose 5, I'm going to be, in 1 month's time, 30 days time, 85 kilos, and I now weigh 90, isn't that the same thing? I've just said I was going to lose 5 kilos. But it's being very specific. It's also got a time attached to it. So now you actually can go back and track my month. But then when you step on the scale and you see the scale and it says 85 kilos, can you then see whether I lost 5 kilos? Yes. You certainly can. And so the goals you set need to be very specific. They need to have a time attached to it. They need to have a deadline. Because I'm going to say I'm going to lose some weight over the next month. Well, when does the month start? But if I say I'm going to be 85 kilos on July 25th, then if I stand on the scale and it's July 25th and I'm 86 kilos, I did not reach my goal. This habit statement is to affirm your goal. And so if my goal is to be, let's say, 85 kilos on July 25th, then that's my goal. It's very specific, it's probably achievable, and that's something that no one else can really determine but yourself. And it often even helps to have little goals along the way that you can absolutely smash so your confidence doesn't drain, because too often people set a goal of, say, 30 kilos. But you don't lose 30 kilos in the first month generally. And so if you don't reach that goal after a month or something like that, or it's 6, 7 months or a year away that you want to lose 30 kilos, it's very easy to get distracted or discouraged along the way. But if you start saying, my goal is to weigh, I want to weigh 30 kilos on January 1st of 2011, and then below it have it, but I want to weigh, let's say we're going for that 85 goal, I'm 115 now, okay, I want to weigh 110 by the end of March, and I want to weigh 105 by the end of May, and just keep working like that. You got little goals you can smash along the way, and it's going to keep you confidence. So don't be afraid to have really big goals, but have the little goals along the way to keep you motivated. And again, this habit statement needs to be supporting of those goals and to make it happen. And a habit statement is basically looking at the positive or avoiding the negative. But it's always said in an affirmative statement. So it would be, I am happily living at my ideal weight of 85 kilos, keeping me vibrant, radiantly healthy for years and years to come. That sort of statement is basically already owning it. It's sort of got that, well, I know that I'm not a big fan of The Secret for the very fact that it often encouraging sitting down and just simply thinking things will just pop into your lap. I think they haven't really clearly spelled out the fact that there's action required in that process. Certainly what you think about influences your day-to-day life. And the best way to analyze that, to give you an analogy for that, is you buy a brand new car, and before that, and it might be a bright red Peugeot. Before you buy that car, you never really see a bright red Peugeot, but you buy that car and all of a sudden you see 100 bright red Peugeots. What you think about is not necessarily what you attract, but it's what your mind is attracted to. And so what you think about can also be what you're then attracting. But often they skip the part of being attracted to it in the first place. It's not that just by thinking about it you attract it, it's the fact that you're attracted to it and therefore are also therefore attracting it. Because if things are in your scope of thinking, you can then start to seek or easily identify opportunities that are going to help you step along the way to achieve whatever the goal is. If you want to lose weight, you might find all of a sudden 1,000 gym ads come out to you with opportunities to go to the gym at a low cost. But before that, because it wasn't on your mind, you just skipped over it and never paid much attention to it. These habit statements need to be a positive affirmation as if you've already achieved the goal and the benefit that comes from it, or avoiding it if you're basically achieving something positive. And then they need to be repeated for 30 days straight, as often as you like. Research, I can't remember who told me this, it might have been James Chestnut, but basically he showed that when people or astronauts wore glasses upside down so that they saw the world upside down, for 29 days nothing changed to their vision. As soon as they went over 30 days, their vision permanently flipped upside down. So for something to go into your mind, you've often heard it takes 21 days to make a new habit, or you need to do something repetitive to make a habit. Well, now research shows it's 30 days. 30 days exact. Basically, do it. Repeat that statement. I am achieving, or I'm happily living my ideal weight of 85 kilos, enjoying the vibrant, radiant energy that comes from it, and the healthy lifestyle that comes with it. If I repeat that day in, day, it basically starts sticking into your mind. And you need to do that with everything in your life that you have. And the more affirmations you have, the more you'll actually start bringing it into your awareness, so that the opportunities that will make that happen are multiplied. It's not the fact that you're sitting there visualizing, and all of a sudden it pops into your lap. No, it's a matter of by visualizing it in the right state of mind, you're being attracted to opportunities that are going to make these things happen for you. The basic thing with this though is a lot of people then go, but I could set this goal and I could start affirming it. But the problem is self, again. It's always overcoming yourself, because in the end you could do all this, and if you still didn't achieve the goal, what's the consequence? Pretty much nil. Nil, because there's no one knows about it, and so you don't have to say anything. So the next level up from this, is basically getting accountability. Who's going to be your accountability partner? Now, it might be one person, it might be a whole work group, it might be everyone on your Facebook page, okay? But basically, accountability is the next step into making sure you're succeeding your goal. Because if someone is helping you to be accountable, then when you don't reach a goal and they see that, there's actually someone saying, hang on a minute, you set this goal and it didn't happen, what went wrong? Now that's either going to be helping you set it better the next time, or along the way keep you accountable so that you're going to find that the goal is actually achieved. But there's an even level above that, and this comes from Anthony Robbins, and he says people always move in two directions, either towards pleasure or away from pain. You either make decisions that are pleasurable, which you'll repeat often because they make you feel good, or something that's painful and you'll avoid. Isn't that how we teach our children? No, so they don't do it again, or hopefully anyway. Okay? But essentially how people think and act is often about whether it causes more pleasure or causes them pain. And so when you have accountability, you can actually set up accountability towards pleasure or towards pain. And often you'll have, when you set a goal, who's here set a reward for that goal as well? I'm sure all of us set a goal and then have a reward at the end of it. It might be lose some weight, And often people,
Have some of
huh?
that. Lose some weight, have some of
Yeah, a lot of people are like that though. It's very funny. They set a goal, and then the reward actually contradicts the whole goal that they set. And so the goal that you set with the reward needs to be in the same light as that goal you set. So if you lose weight, it might be to buy new clothes. They're compatible. So when you basically start going forward through your day and you've set your goal, you've found someone who can help you be accountable, you then need to set your reward. And that reward needs to be compatible. And at the same time, I would encourage you to mention what the reward is to your person who's accountable or holding you accountable. Now the flip side is that with this accountability, the reward you have just set would actually go to the person that's holding you accountable if you fail to reach your goal. What's just happened to your level of accountability?
It's gone skyrocket.
It's gone skyrocket. Now it even works more effectively if you can actually able to achieve or purchase this item or gift voucher or something other, that when you are trying, the whole time you're trying to achieve this goal, they're already holding on to it. And because you've been very specific and you've got a time deadline of 85 kilos at July 25th, okay, your friend can go on the scale and go, well, I'm sorry, you're 86. And they walk off with your reward. Now I'm telling you, the motivation is also all of a sudden gone, skyrocketed. Your passion, your desire, your ability to keep motivating yourself needs to come through accountability. And you need to use the items that always drive accountability, and that's either move towards pleasure or away from pain. Because often there's another level, and that's the pain accountability. You've now set your goal, you've been specific, you've got an accountable person, you've set a reward, and even said that the person could have the reward if you didn't reach your goal. The deadline comes, you haven't made your goal, person's accountable, says, hey, let's check, and he says, oh, I get your reward. There's still an element that you can say, well, oh well, at least they get something nice. You know, you can even sometimes feel good about the fact that you gave them something. But then comes the fifth level, the last thing that's the icing on the cake that's going to make you succeed your goal. You're going to set an anti-reward. And the anti-reward means that if you fail your goal, you're going to do something you hate so much that you have to do this thing if you fail to reach your goal. So if you absolutely hate doing dishes, like absolutely loathe hating dishes, then it may be that if you don't reach your goal, that for a week straight or a month straight, there's nothing else that you are responsible for than dishes. Now I'm telling you, you've got a goal that's specific, you're affirming it, so you're finding opportunities and sticking through it and being passionate about it. You've got someone that's going to keep you accountable, and hopefully they keep you accountable with, you know, good support, because they should want to see you achieve this goal. And that's that interdependency we're talking about. And often these goals, when you're happier, they're happier, so there's the win-win scenario. You come to your deadline, they check it, they see you've got it, great. All's good, you get your reward. Or alternatively, you're really struggling keeping motivation, they're keeping you accountable, and you know that if you don't get to where you need to be, they get the reward. And even worse, you would actually have to do something you truly, truly dislike. I'm telling you, your ability to succeed in any goal you set has just skyrocketed 1,000-fold.